Welcome to this immersive and thought-provoking summary of The Door in the Wall, one of H.G. Wells' most haunting and philosophical short stories. Originally published in 1906, this tale explores the conflict between ambition and nostalgia, reality and fantasy, and the unshakable pull of lost opportunities. Told with Wells' signature blend of realism and mysticism, the story follows Lionel Wallace, a successful politician who is haunted by a childhood memory, a mysterious green door that led to a place of unparalleled beauty and happiness. But was it real? Or merely the dream of a longing heart? Let's step into Wallace's world and uncover the deeper meaning behind the door in the wall. Part 1: A Confession of Longing. The story is framed as a conversation between Wallace and the narrator, Redmond, an old friend. One evening, Wallace confesses that despite all his worldly success, he has been tormented for years by a memory from his childhood, a strange green door in a white wall that he stumbled upon when he was a boy of 5. As a lonely and imaginative child growing up in London, Wallace had always felt disconnected from the rigid expectations of his father and the cold, structured world around him. One day, while wandering the streets, he discovered a door unlike any other. Overcome with curiosity, he opened it, and stepped into a world of indescribable wonder. Part 2: The Enchanted Garden. Through the door, Wallace entered a beautiful garden filled with vibrant flowers, gentle animals, and a profound sense of peace. He was greeted by kind figures who treated him with warmth and affection, making him feel truly loved and understood for the first time in his life. There was an overwhelming sense of belonging, as if he had found the place he was always meant to be. But the magical experience was short-lived. Wallace recalls that he was somehow pulled back into the real world, returning to the grey streets of London. When he told his stern father about the door, he was dismissed, warned not to indulge in childish fantasies. Yet, the memory of the door never faded. It became a symbol of something greater, an escape, a paradise, perhaps even a deeper truth about himself. Part 3: Lost Opportunities. As Wallace grew older, he encountered the door again, not once, but multiple times. However, each time he saw it, he hesitated. The first time, he was on his way to school and feared punishment for being late. The second time, he was rushing to an important examination that would shape his career. Later, he spotted the door while walking with influential colleagues, but pride and ambition stopped him from abandoning his path. Each time, he chose the practical world over the mystical, the logical over the emotional. He convinced himself that the door and the garden were merely illusions, childish fantasies that had no place in the life of a serious, successful man. Yet, as Wallace's career flourished and he became a prominent political figure, he felt an increasing emptiness. Wealth, power, and prestige could not fill the void left by the paradise he had once glimpsed. The door had offered him happiness, but he had turned away again and again. Part 4: The Final Encounter. In his conversation with Redmond, Wallace confesses that he saw the door one final time. This time, he wanted, more than anything, to enter. But could he? Had he lost his chance forever? Shortly after their conversation, Wallace is found dead. His body is discovered in a construction site, having fallen into a deep excavation pit. Nearby, there was an old white wall. Some believe his death was an accident. But Redmond wonders, had Wallace finally stepped through the door he had sought his whole life? Had he finally escaped into his lost paradise? Themes and reflections. The Door in the Wall is more than just a fantastical tale. It is a meditation on life's most profound dilemmas. The conflict between reality and idealism. Wallace's struggle represents the tension between practical responsibilities and the pursuit of personal happiness. Lost opportunities. The door symbolizes the fleeting chances we often ignore in favor of duty, ambition, or fear. The nature of memory and regret. Wallace's longing for the door mirrors the way people romanticize the past and yearn for what might have been. The search for meaning. The story questions whether true fulfillment lies in worldly success, or in something deeper, something mystical, personal, and beyond human logic. Conclusion. The Door in the Wall is a beautifully written, deeply melancholic story that lingers in the mind long after reading. It asks us to reflect on our own choices, the dreams we abandon, and whether we, too, have ignored doors that could have led us to something truly magical. Did Wallace find peace in the end? Or was his paradise always just beyond reach? That is the mystery, and the tragedy, of The Door in the Wall. Thank you for joining us in this journey through H.G. Wells' unforgettable short story. If you enjoyed this summary, be sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts on what The Door represents to you.